public company. Okay, so we have discussed a joint stock company, private company, and now we will discuss public company. Okay, so first let's check out the meaning of public company. Company's meaning we know that, so we need to understand only public. Okay, so public company may be said to be an association consisting of not less than 7 members and which is not a private company. So any company which member is greater than 7 and it is not a private company, but a company which has more than essentially more than 7 members and it is not a private company categorically, then it is known as public company. Okay, now let's check out the features that will of course help you to understand more clearly. Ownership means not a single person is held responsible or owner of a company. Okay, so it belongs to public, who are the shareholders of the company. Number of members, of course, there are many people who are the member of the public company. Perpetual succession, again see perpetual succession. So this company has also perpetual succession, one after another. They may carry the business. Index of members, it is again the repetition of the point. Paid up capital. Okay, the meaning of paid up capital is the amount of money a company has been paid from shareholders in exchange for shares of its stock. So what does it mean that paid up capital is created when a company sells its shares on the primary market directly to investors? So as you have seen that maybe some of your relatives and all buying some shares of certain companies. So this is how a company creates paid up capital, isn't it? You pay certain amounts to share a company's share. You pay certain amount to buy a company's certain share. So that is paid up capital concept. Okay. The next one is number of directors. So number of directors, public company essentially required to have certain number of directors. Okay, next point is prospectus. We have discussed about the prospectus, that the document that contains all the information of the company. Next one is minimum subscriptions. So we have already discussed this point as well. So there are certain subscriptions that essentially required. Now let's check out the example. What are the companies that categorized as public company? Coal India Limited, NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation, that is ONGC, BHEL, etc. So these are the public company. Now some additional information about the public company. Formation through registration by fulfilling the legal requirements. Of course, the legal proceedings and legal procedure that need to be followed, that is same for every type of company. Of course, the liabilities, the requirements, the documents are that varies accordingly, but registration that has to be done. Advantages: high credibility. So public company has high credibility. It is more trustworthy. Okay, the company cannot run away. Normally, being a common person, we think that whether to invest in a private company, whether it will run away or become bankrupt, then we cannot do anything. But public company, it is highly credible. Limited liability, again, we have discussed this point while discussing the joint stock company. And the last one is risk spreading. So limited liability related to risk spreading. So risk is of such type that not that not imposed on one or two person, rather it is spread to all shareholders. Limitations. What are the limitations? More regulations, of course, the legal procedures and all that you need to follow, that is complex. Okay, the next one is loss of ownership. So no one is something like single person is not an owner of a company, so you don't have the such right. Last one is lack of control. Of course, if you are not an owner, then you don't have such control as you would have in a private company or in a personal business. So these are the advantages and limitations. Now come to the next topic, that is multinational company.